Well, it's been quite a minute since we've released a new episode, but here we are, here with Lemar again.
Hi. It's been a really, really long time.
Back when, we were supposed to release an episode in August, but, well,
Of last year.
of a whole year. So, a lot has happened.
Also, we're doing this impromptu because we have no script today. I am in the middle of campus, and Esme's in the middle of a midlife crisis.
Period. Honestly, yes. Middle of a midlife crisis, studying for exams and senior year and all that.
Since we have no script, what did you want to talk about today?
I don't even know what we should talk about today. I feel like there's so much we could talk about today. It's my senior year now, so my last year of undergrad. That's exciting. It's terrifying at the same time. Different from your senior year in high school. Because, like, senior year in high school, you're like, oh, I still have a whole, 4 years of my undergrad. But once you graduate undergrad, it's like you're an adult now. You have to actually start doing something. So that part is scary.
Yeah.
But it is nice to be like, oh, I'm almost done with my undergrad.
So yeah, for my final year, we're doing senior project. And literally the last year you have to, make sure you have all of your classes done, all of your requirements done, because one little setback could potentially set your whole graduation or delay your entire graduation by one semester, and you wouldn't want that, right?
No, that does not sound fun at all. I do know a couple people on campus who are like, oh, I had to do a whole extra year because I, did my timing wrong, I did this wrong, and I'm like, that's scary. Me personally, I'm actually almost done with all of my classes, so that's awesome. It feels great. And then, are you gonna keep studying after your undergrad, or are you just gonna stay with your bachelor's?
So my dad wants me to do masters, but I am stopping at bachelor's. Start finding a job after graduation, and then go from there, see where it takes me. But no, I'm not doing masters. I'm stopping.
Oh, okay. Me personally, I'm planning on continuing. I'm just not exactly sure where I want to go with my career yet. Originally, I wanted to do psychiatry, which requires med school. But regardless of what I do, I am taking a gap year this upcoming year.
Yeah, you deserve it. You deserve the break, honestly. We've been through a lot these past 4 years.
I feel like since high school, because, doing the whole NYP and doing the whole IB program too, it was a lot of work. And then doing a similar amount of work in college, consecutively, it's a bit rough.
In my case, I had to basically double all of my classes in high school because I was taking both third and fourth year classes. So I guess college is just another level of stress for me.
One thing that adds to a lot more of the stress of college is that now you're responsible for everything, where it's not like high school. They would give you your classes already. You would just go to class, do the work kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
But in college, you have to, make your own schedule. You have to be more responsible of being there. It's not like in high school where if you didn't go, you were held accountable for it. In college, if you don't go, that's on you.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Honestly, I just want to get these last 2 semesters over with.
I feel you on that one. And then I believe both of us are doing extra outside of school, right? Because you started a job, didn't you?
Yeah, another thing that has changed since the last episode, I got a job. Yay.
Yay.
So did you, right?
I got a volunteer position, so it's not a paid job.
Well, I work as an instructor / office worker / I do a lot of things in the office. I don't do as much instructing anymore for STEM. I mostly work behind the scenes now at the office. I honestly prefer it. I prefer going in the office. I don't know. I just don't like driving.
For me, I got a volunteer position at the hospital near my home. I do also a lot of things, except the only difference is I don't get paid for what I do. But it is quite a fun position. I get to learn a whole hell of a lot of stuff directly from the doctors, the nurses. I've gotten to meet a lot of really cool people who have already told me oh, we want to help you further your career, whatever your decision may be, which is pretty awesome.
I feel like since the last episode, we've gained like experience,
Mm-hmm.
like real life, real world experience since then. I mean, what? Remember last season we were just talking about like, oh, like I love staying at home. I love being in my own space and everything. Now it's just like, oh, we're all going out.
It's just there's a lot more reason to go out.
Yeah.
Like, so much has changed in our lives where we were kind of forced to kind of put ourselves out there a little bit more. And I feel like it's been a benefit for both of us. We're in positions where we are more seen and we get more experience in the things that truly are like a passion to us.
And yeah, I mean, since the last episode, it was like after still kind of like getting out of the whole COVID situation.
Right.
Now it's like I think it's like my third semester coming back now in person, and I thought I wouldn't like it, but I did. I've met so many good people on campus.
Me too, honestly. I've made such like cool friends where I'm like, oh my god, I wouldn't have met you if we wouldn't have came back.
To be honest, you and or two other people are probably the only people from high school I still talk to.
God, I only talk to, I think you, friend from the different college. You already know who I'm talking about. And then besides that, honest to God, I really don't talk to anyone else. Oh, and then another friend. That's it. It's just like maybe 3 people from high school that I talk to. Other people, I have them on like social media, but it's a lot of that just, oh, happy birthday kind of thing, you know? And then that's
very,
it for
like,
the year.
Acquaintance level.
Right. So, speaking of coming out of home life, how is home life for you now? Like, what about siblings, How are things with your siblings?
Okay, so I'm barely at the house now. I leave the house at I wake up at 4 in the morning. I leave the house at 5. I don't come home till like at the latest 10 o'clock at night. I do that for 5 days a week.
So you probably don't see your siblings as often.
Yeah, so my baby sister, she's always at home. After school, she just comes home. But for my other 2 siblings, one of them's in Seattle. I don't see him as much anymore because, he's so far away.
Yeah.
And then my older sister, she's always either at work or at her house. She's also pretty busy. I don't get to see all of my siblings for separate reasons. But, yeah, I love my siblings, but I don't see them as much.
Oh, no, yeah, for me, it's totally different. Since my sister lives here at home with us, I see her all the time. So, like, when I come home from school, sometimes she's here, sometimes she's still working, but in the afternoons, I always see her. And then we go to church together, so that's, like, a whole nother thing we do together. On the weekend, sometimes we're like, oh, let's go do something, and we'll go do, I don't know, something simple, like go to the movies with my nieces kind of thing,
So, I've been criticized for my sleep schedule. Can you function on 4 hours of sleep per day?
I can.
You can?
I do sometimes, yeah. So, like, days that I have, like, a lot of homework and I go to sleep. Let's say even midnight that I go to sleep. I get up to get ready for school at 5:30. And I still function pretty fine with that schedule.
Do you drive to school now?
I don't know. I refuse to pay for parking.
Because honestly, I started driving to school. First of all, the parking fee is like almost $300. And second of all, we don't have a parking lot near our building.
Right.
There's no parking near the engineering building, so...
Honestly,
Yeah.
me personally, I don't like driving. But
I don't either.
the other thing is the schools, their parking fee for us, we have to pay for it 3 times a year because it's per quarter. It's pricey considering I'm not even there every day of the week right now.
You guys are UC too, so it's probably even more expensive.
And then sometimes there's no parking lot like that you're allowed to. So they also have like tiers to parking. So like if you want the basic tier, for example, you can only park in certain parking lots. And sometimes they're not close to the buildings you have to go to for classes, right? Like, for example...
You guys have tier stuff? Like tier level parking passes?
Because I know there's like a basic one where you park in like a parking lot that's a little... Like you have to walk a bit. And then there's another one where you get parking just anywhere you want. Like anywhere you want to park, you can park. And it gets expensive as it goes up. And I don't want to have to pay that kind of parking. Tuesdays, I'm only there for like an hour and a half. So it's like, why would I pay parking for the whole day
It
if I'm
doesn't
not
make
even
any
going to
sense.
be there the whole day? And, and thank God my parents are like, oh, it's okay, we'll give you the ride, or my sister, So I'm like, like that's, works for me. They're right. Parking is quite expensive
And it's
considering, you already.
unnecessary if you're gonna be there for a few hours. It doesn't make any sense.
Because I'm like, I get it for people who come and are here like every day, all day, Like if you have like a job on campus, I see why you would want to do like parking. I'm like 20 on a bad traffic day, like 30 minutes away.
Lucky you.
So I'm like,
on a bad traffic day, mine is like an hour and 30.
right, because your school is like almost twice as far as mine. So I'm like, I don't mind.
I know this has been like a super short episode, but we just wanted to essentially reintroduce ourselves again.
It has been quite a minute, but we are definitely back. Hopefully we will get another episode out soon. We have a lineup of topics we've been wanting to talk about,
Since
and
season
hopefully
one.
those come out soon.
We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.